Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and this is yet another video review. Today we'll be looking at two Speeze Coolers. These are the two products. This one, as you can see, is a little bit smaller than this one. This one here I'll go through first. Before I do that though, all of these products come with a little pad here, a thermal pad already on there. It also does come with the paste if you want to strip this off and apply the paste, and it also comes with instructions. This one here, the model number on this one is 5E34B3-H. The fan speed on this one is 5,000 RPM, and the CFM on this one is 22. One thing about these that are quite good is the noise levels on these are very low, around 31. So it's very acceptable. Certainly, if you want a very quiet fan, this is an option for you. However, the fans on these are, as you can see, very non-standard fans. So getting replacements for these probably would be very difficult to do. Something else I'm not really fussy about on this particular model or models are the very difficult to install design. You have to use a screwdriver or some other device to force this on and off, and of course doing so you can slip and damage your motherboard. So this is a design which I am not fussy about at all. And this of course is the other one. The model number on this one is 5T060B1H3R, and this is the solid aluminum. And this, well, of course, this one does come with a pad already installed, and of course the option to take this off completely and apply some thermal paste, which does come with this heatsink. Once again, we have kind of a non-common looking fan. A replacement for this would be a little difficult to find, I'm sure. This fan spins at 4,200 RPMs and it's pushing 26 CFM. And the noise level on this one is actually the same as this one here. And of course, the design of the clip to install and remove this one is the same as the other one. And I am not really that hot on this kind of design because, again, slipping would damage your motherboard, and let's face it, no one wants to damage their motherboard. Voiding warranties is not a good deal. Okay, let's go over some of the temperatures on these. I have a AMD T-Bird 1.2 at 1.4 gigahertz. At 1.85 volts. This one at idle is around 49 to 50 C. At max CPU, this one is around 55, 56 C. This one here, this is the solid aluminum, which is, as you can see, a little larger footprint than the one with the copper base and the rest of it aluminum. So this one is a little bit larger in the sense. However, the results on these are pretty similar actually. This one here, the idle temperature is around 50 C, and the max CPU load is 58. So a little higher on this one. These fans do an okay job. They're certainly quiet, which is great, but if you're into extreme voltage and extreme overclocking, I would not recommend these products because of the fact the fan is very slow. However, if you want a heatsink that does do the job, however, being quiet, which is a good thing. I mean, if you want to have a system which you do not want to be overclocking and you just want to have it nice and quiet, because let's face it, these kind of design of fans are a lot slower in speed than the 7,000 plus deltas that are out there, and as we all know, those are very, very, very loud. So these are in their own right, in the sense of not using them for reasons of extreme overclocking. They do the job, and they do the job very quiet. And I'm going to show you now exactly how quiet these are and compare them with the 7,000 RPM fan. So first I'll test the Speeze fan here, and as you can see, it's going to be very quiet. This one here is actually the 5,000 RPM fan, and not a big difference. This one here is the larger solid aluminum one, and this one here is 4,200 RPM. And let me now plug in the 7,000 RPM fan. And this is the 7,000 plus RPM fan. Overall, these are wonderful heat sinks for the use they're intended for. These heat sinks are not intended for hardcore overclockers, voltages beyond 1.85 volts. I would not recommend these. These are meant for simple overclocking, not extreme overclocking, and they're meant to be quiet. Let's face it, a 5,000 RPM fan in this kind of design is very quiet in comparison to a 7,000 plus RPM 60 millimeter fan. And as we all know, not everyone wants to have a 7,000 RPM fan in their system. It is very loud, and these are certainly an alternative to those kind of heat sinks. Again, I can't state this enough, these are not intended for extreme overclocking. I give the heat sink with the copper plate and the aluminum top a 7.5 out of 10, and the other one with the solid aluminum I give a 7 out of 10. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back in 4 days. I'll have a brand new one for you then. And also check out my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, check out our forums. We're always giving away cash and prizes. Until the next time, take care.